Hey guys, I'm here with Kristina Menissov, and she is a model and pop singer, and she just released her new single, Crown, and I am so excited to get into all of it. But my first question before we dive into your new single is, how have you been dealing with the pandemic? How has that been for you?
Hi, Buzz TV. Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited that you guys invited me and to talk to you, and it's so nice to meet you. And well, let me jump back into the first question, pandemic. First of all, to me, it was a year when I had the time to actually lay back and then relax a little and like all my thoughts together, write all my goals, and then start jump into it. And because it like we were like more close in uh like sheltering in safe place, right?
Mhm.
Because of the people that made it possible, because everybody who worked on the first lines, it's the all our awesome doctors and nurses when we were just I'm not gonna say hiding, but we're like trying to do our best. And our best was supposed to be like just to stay in and do not go and make it worse. But because of that, I was able to start writing more, recording more, just get back more into the music and focus on something that I love. Because modeling for me was always something that, of course, I love doing that, but it was more about paying my bills, and my artistic side was a little bit missing that part of me when I was sitting there and just like listening to the music, just thinking what's going to be the best option, and just like trying to write. Or so there was like those are the silver linings of my pandemic, and which made it actually eventually great for me, and everything started like going up. I released my first single, Taking Over Lane, 2020, and then next one in 2021 it was Breakout. And so now this year I actually want to go at a more faster pace, and then I released Crown at the beginning of the year, which is already a progress for me. And I want to get into the and release a few more songs. But I actually, one of my New Year's resolution was that I want to release the whole album this year.
Okay, I'm here for that. That's a great resolution to have.
Yeah, it's because it's good that I started releasing at all. One song a year, right? It's a good pace, but I think like this is gonna take me a long time to actually get somewhere. So I was like, okay, we get into it. We're gonna release the whole album. Wish me luck. The year is just starting.
I mean, as fast as the years always seem to go, by the time we get to December, you have all the time in the world. I think you're gonna do it.
Yes, I'm excited, and like it's a good start that I actually went in and released the first song in January. I was like, okay, that sounds very promising.
Now, you trained as an opera singer in Rome. Also, I'm jealous, but it's because it's Rome. Now, did that training help you make the decision to pursue your music career?
I love classical music, and I think that training, yes, that it helped me to get in this decision to pursue to go back into music, because it was exactly what I was missing in 2000 and from 2016 until 2020. But the reason I didn't go back to opera and went to pop, because I feel like there is more freedom to share your true emotions in pop. More creative freedom. There is more freedom on a stage performing. I love classical, don't get me wrong. I love singing opera, but there is some rules that have been there for centuries that I don't think it's up to me just to go and break them just because I decide just because I think I need more freedom in that. So I just decided to change the field.
That's actually good. Like, you still want to respect classical, but be able to do your singing your way, which is great.
Yeah, because I think I always have to issue struggling with rules. I'm joking now with not all the rules, but yes, but I want to express and I want to share, and I don't think I can just sit and be composer for 3 hours. It's like I don't even think I have it in me. Those are like iconic pieces, like an iconic composers that have been so talented. I don't even I cannot even like go that far and dream that far. But I also have some messages that I want to share. I want to share with public, and I want to be more free to do so.
I love that. Now, your newest single, Crown, you release it this, we're still in January. You release it, I almost thought it was February for a second. You release it this month in January. And how did that feel for you?
Well, this song is something very special. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit sharing of the journey of two singers. It's me and Jansel Korduk. She is from Turkey, and I'm originally from Kazakhstan, and my dad, he's from Ethiopia. So, but because I was raised in Kazakhstan, so I know a little bit more about Middle East. So when I came here, I kind of like, I know like some stigmas that people have about Middle East, and then like about Middle Eastern women. And like this song is a little like sarcastic version about stigmas that people have about Middle Eastern women. And this is what like I wanted to share and kind of like poke at it, and a little bit about the journey, where we come from, how we got here, and what we accomplished, and how we love to do it, and that we have a little spice in it in us.
One of my favorite lines was, it almost seems like it's very female empowered. Like, you want to help, let me help you with your crown. Let me help you adjust it.
Yes.
Like that resonated with me. And it was just like such a nice little, in there, it was just like, whoa, hold up. Let me okay, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm down. Let me put my crown on today.
Right? Because I think this is how it is supposed to be about everybody. We shouldn't be competing with each other, no matter who it is in front of you. Because you know what, if you think about it, maybe that person worked as hard as you. So how about you adjust this crown, and wish them luck, and they're gonna go, and then you're gonna pay forward. So somebody is gonna help you, and because you can start the change starting from you. And then when you share that message, more and more people think like that. I think, because I'm like, I also get like sometimes struggle with jealousy or enviness, and then I look at someone on social media and be like, why are they so successful? But then when I just understood, like, hey, you know what, they worked as hard, and you don't even know half of their story. Maybe because they're humble, maybe because they don't even like want to share, but it doesn't mean like, I don't think there is that many people who were just like place everything on their hands. Even if somebody is from like very rich family, they had their struggles that they had to overcome. And when you think about it like this, you're like, hey, you know what? Good job. Like, let me adjust your crown. Let's do it together. Like, I'm proud of you. And it just fills you from the inside, and it makes your life easier.
So what inspired you to write this? Because I know you also said it's part of your journey of how far you've come, because you came to LA almost 5-6 years ago now.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration?
Yes, that was a little bit of inspiration. I think my journey, I always like when I write a song, I have an amazing co-writer, Andrew Lane. I'm so blessed to be signed with him, work with him, because he worked with like such talents like Backstreet Boys, Iran Carr, and can you imagine, like, there is me just on the same line with them. And he helps me a lot, but like I love to share the message, and sometimes I get like very almost incompletable tasks for him. I'm like, hey, in this song I want to talk about all my journey, all my life, and then plus we have this message, and he's like, in 3 minutes. I'm like, it's not possible. I think it is. We could do it. Let's go for it. So but yes, like the inspiration for the song was how we came from another side of the world. Right now over there is night, so, and then we got there and we came here and we accomplished all of that. And if you work hard and then you shift your mind on focusing on the positive things, you can make happen almost anything. because sometimes we work hard, but then we get stuck with like just criticizing ourselves and self-doubt, and then that is a little bit wrong recipe. This is when you're just keep working hard and staying on the same pace. But if you work hard and then you keep being grateful for every single little thing that is happening throughout the day, then you start growing.
I love that. And you moving here, that took a huge amount of faith, I would have to say.
Yes.
Because you like go from Rome to LA, I think they're obviously completely different. What made you decide to take a leap of faith and start your new life here?
I was pregnant at that time, and I think I was a little bit hormonal and nothing clearly, but but another thing, I also wanted to. I never wanted to be a mother who would give your child everything, and then when that kid is gonna grow up, they're just sitting there and like expecting to their kids to be like enormously grateful for how much I've done, or how much I've given up for you. I don't think it's the right attitude. I think it's actually a recipe for the disaster on the relationship. So I always wanted to live in LA, and I dreamt about it. And in my room, and all the way back in Kazakhstan, I even had like those like letters Hollywood on my wall. So when I was pregnant, and I was like, hey, you know what? I should go and pursue my dreams and just try it and do it all at the same time, because I can. So there is never going to be like, what have I given up for him? Because my son was an inspiration, and I'm just like grateful to him. And I think no matter what circumstances you have at the moment, if you dream about it, if you dream about something, you should still do it. Like even if like everybody around you say that like, no, I don't think this is right, I don't think you can do it. If this is what you really, really want, you should do it, because it's gonna happen.
I love that. And since you moved here, you started modeling. And what I'm interested in is, what advice would you give to young girls who want to start modeling?
I think stop criticizing yourself after every no that you hear, because like you should just think of it that is like, you have to get your 10,000 hours, right? We all heard that theory that you have to do something for 10,000 hours in order to start doing it good. So every time you hear a no, you just count it as an hour that you just spent, and just do it faster. So you should get your 100 no's as fast as possible. So it's like you're just going and you're just working as an intern for the hours for the resume. So if you think of it like this, then you just focus on the long-term goal. It makes it easier, because like in the beginning, I would just consider every no so personal. It would just like, oh, that's it. They don't see the spark in me. Something's wrong with me. But then with the time, I realized, okay, first of all, I wasn't as good in the beginning because I was just learning. I was starting. I was stiff. I was very nervous. Of course, that is not the right attitude that I was going. So actually, thanks God that I wasn't booking anything in the beginning, and I got my like hours faster, and I learned, and now I'm so much better. And it's also like helps. It's just like, first of all, you're not gonna like get in your head, and you're not gonna go through like mental breakdowns, because I know how many models struggle with that, and then how many models take everything personal. They just like give up sometimes too early, and just think of it as a regular career. You go and you're just doing your internship, and you're just getting your resume, and then you're getting your hours, and later when you have more experience, you're 100% going to start booking every single show, every single gig. Maybe not every other one, but still it's going to be amazing.
And what are some things you love about being a model, and some areas you feel the industry should work on?
I think I love about being a model. I love the actual shows. I love the actual shoots when I already booked it, and when you feel amazing, you're so up, you're lifted, you're like, I one time for the shoot, I was even able to not eat sugar for like 2 weeks because like I have such a sweet tooth. I cannot like if I didn't eat chocolate one day, it means the day was wasted. So, but one time when I knew that I had like a very big shoot, that's how much like motivated I was. So I just like I didn't even like it was so easy for me. So that's the drive that I love, because then you arrive and everybody's working on you, and then you go and you rock, and like everything amazing. What I do not love about industry is sometimes like the attitude that the some people give you, even though you keep telling yourself it is not personal. Sometimes those people that are like casting, like that, like the casting directors, or like some of the agents, I have amazing agent family, but some of the agents that make it personal, they make it seem like this is about you, and this is not a good impact, especially on younger girls who are just starting. If they will meet a few of those people very early, that's going to be a very heavy message for them, and it's going to be so hard. Like there's no matter how many people around them going to be telling them it's not personal about you, if she or him met like 3 or 4 people who made it personal about them, who made it seem like they're not good enough, it's going to get in their head. So I just hope, like, I just want people to be nicer. I think just like it's going to help in anywhere. It's going to help in modeling, or just going in the bus, or just going in a store. If people just going to be nicer and think that somebody else is working as hard for whatever they have, it's going to make it so much easier.
I love that. And not only are you a pop singer, a model, you also have one of the greatest jobs a person can have, which is motherhood.
Mom.
Now, what do you love about being a mom?
About being a mom, I love everything. So my child gives me so much inspiration, and I learned so much from him. Well, we say that our kids were giving to us to teach us something. So I think my child was giving to me to literally be my teacher, to get me organized, to get me wake up in the same hours, like to have a routine that my mom was never able to make me do, because I'd be just whatever. I wake up whenever I want to wake up. And now I'm like, time to wake up. And I guess it's time to wake up for me. Where's my coffee? But I do it. And he's like a sunny child, and I love to sleep in the morning. And he loves to wake up in the morning. So he literally teaches me how to be more organized, get up, make our beds, or just do little routine stuff that is important, that actually made my life so much easier. And I'm like, where have you been? Thank you for being here and teaching me all this.
Now, I know he's also the inspiration for your new clothing line.
Minnie and Mom. Yeah.
I cannot wait to look at these outfits, because I just know they're going to be amazing. But how excited are you for that?
Okay, so Minnie and Mom is the matching lounge clothing line for obviously you and your Minnie. My son was the inspiration, because there is so many lines that are created for Minnie and a little girl, which is it seemed a little bit unfair to me, especially personally, because I was the one who wanted to dress matchy with my son and be like, oh, let's wear orange everything today. Or I think he's 5 now, so I think next year he's gonna be like, that's it, Mom. You're too much. But I tried to take advantage as much as possible, which was hard. I had to match outfits myself. And I was like, hey, how about I just create a clothing line when everything's going to be already matched? I'm sure there's plenty of people who would love to match with their minis, and make it unisex, make it fun. And it doesn't have to be only pajamas for Christmas, right? It could be something cool and stylish for today, or for any day, or even going out. And yes, it's gonna the sales are gonna start this spring, and it's almost there, and I'm so excited.
I cannot wait to see what you guys are gonna come up with, because I think that's the cutest idea. Because you're right, there's so many, Minnie and daughter one. So
Yes.
I don't think I've seen a, matching mom and son one. So I think that's going to be an amazing thing to happen.
Yes, I'm like, I was actually wondering, like, why wouldn't nobody came up with it before me? Like, I mean, there is a few, but it's more like for the whole family or for just like Christmas time. But I haven't seen that much for just like regular, like daily life.
So
So
I'm excited to see it. I can't wait. And besides your new album you're hoping to finish by the end of this year, do you have any
yes.
new music that you're going to be releasing as well?
Yeah, so I will be I already have a song that's almost ready. We finished the mastering when working on the date that it's going to be released, which should be released this February. It's completely different song from Crown. The name of it, Her Story. It's with Tamara Kumbula. It was inspired at the by unfortunate events in 2020. By the killing of Breonna Taylor, and I wrote it back then, but I didn't want to like jump on a hype, and I didn't want to release it over there. I didn't want to get anything for myself at that time. Why do I want to release it now? Because actually, I hate the fact that people talked about it and stopped. I hope that everybody's going to be talking about it, because it's not that like the issue is resolved and it's gone. I hope that there is going to be more artists that are going to be making more art and reminding 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I don't think it's right that people just can talk about it when it's convenient for them, and then when it's not the hype anymore, they just do not. I think we have to honor. And there is more people like her, and there is so many people who are suffered. So I think we have to continue talking about it and remembering them, no matter how many times it's gonna pass. So this year I decided to release it and share her story. And there is like a few more stories of other women that have been victims of the police brutality. So this is like, it is a different topic for me, but I'm like very excited for this song, and I just hope that like many people gonna like hear it, and then it's gonna inspire more artists to create more and remember and honor.
I love that. I can't wait to hear it. I think that's an amazing, just why I haven't, I understand the part of not wanting to jump on the hype in a sense, but I love the fact that you are bringing that awareness back and to remind people that it's not over. Like we still need to hear their names.
Right. It's like it's because, well, sometimes, and I think this is how it like life works. We're just like, we just have to move on with the life. We can't just be like sad all the time. And there's like so many sad events happening throughout the world. If you're just gonna be like coping with every event all the time with your life, I think it's gonna make you like very sad and miserable and maybe depressed. But still, I think it's a good way if people just continue working on resolution, like on resolving some ongoing issues.
Well, I can't wait to hear it. I'm super excited. And I just have one more question before we go.
Okay.
What is something you would tell your younger self if you got the chance?
I would tell her that, hey, everything that you're dreaming about and people tell you that this is too much and you don't like, I don't think you can like achieve that. What, like, are you thinking that you can go to the States? Like you got this, and you know what, you're going to be living the best of your dreams, and actually you didn't even dream that far, and everything is possible, and different is cool.
Different is definitely cool. I can attest to that. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. I cannot wait to hear her story. Guys, please check out her new single, Crown. It's on all platforms. Yay. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was such a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for taking your time, and thank you for inviting me here.